the THC ban got passed. I think Trump maybe signed it just now. Like if he didn't, he's about to. And there's a 1-year grace period. That part I didn't know. But so maybe in the next year they'll resolve it. But it looks like all the edibles, all the gummies. No one's defending the artificial pot stuff. I'm out of my league there. Are they talking about sativa?
No. Kyle, you're the biggest expert on pot.
It's all hemp derived, so it's all using the Farm Bill loophole. The synthetic part is more about how they extract it and then what they do with it after the extraction, and then how they concentrate it as well. But it's all on the same loophole. So the basic thing would be like a Delta-8 gummy, and then like on the far end, there's like all sorts of like acronyms. There's THHHHCCCP. And it's like, what is that? And it's like, well, I hope you have a chemistry degree, because here we go.
So I think a lot of us, like say Delta-8, Delta-9, THCA, or like all those things, we think of them as the same. But I guess this ban is also going to pick up the sativa. What is it? Help me get this name right.
So sativa and indica are just two different variants.
What is it I'm thinking of? Stevia?
Stevia is a sweetener. Sativa is a type of weed, or a type of strain, like Kyle said.
Are you talking about
salvia?
Kratom?
I think. Yeah,
salvia they should probably ban, because I've only ever seen videos of people having a terrible. I've never seen a video of people having fun on that drug.
The people trying to make sure that it stays legal are like saying, yeah, but not salvia. That one you can get rid of too. Yeah. Like no one's defending that. But the whole like Delta-8 and friends, Rand Paul put in something to make it like accepted, and I looked into it. It lost like 74-24. I know that doesn't add to 100, but it's close. Of the 24 people that voted to make it legal, 22 were Democrats, and Ted Cruz and Rand Paul were the Republicans. But not enough.
Well, that's pretty gay, and glass half full. Hopefully this animates the states to like do what Missouri and Washington and California and Colorado and all these states did, which is just be like, you know what, whatever, like just make regular weed legal.
Here's some context. This is interesting. This is from edibles.com. The quote is, "This is not a 1-year ban. This is not
to a ban.
1 year to a ban. This is 1 year to regulate, and the industry will do exactly that. United, determined, and unwilling to let Washington destroy what farmers built and consumers want," said Thomas Winstonley, executive vice president and general manager at edibles.com. So that's a bit of a bright note.
So the guy at edibles.com says a year from now it'll be regulated. Like, I think he's trying to polish a turd here. It's been banned.
He's saying, Woody, don't change your purchasing patterns right now. Continue your auto subscriptions. Continue these things. It will be there in the future. Yeah, I could totally see that as a little PR move from them. Maybe they're getting rid of Delta-8 and all that shit, but there is a chance that means your states actually move in the right direction with it. And
my state moved before the federal government.
My state is the reddest of the three. Of the three of us,
I'm
I
reading
live in
your
the reddest
state's fucked too, because now those companies can't use banks. They have to like go back to the old.
They haven't been able to. You still have to pay.
The thing I read made it sound new.
You still have to pay like in like odd ways sometimes at dispensaries, because they're not allowed to use federal banks. They have to use like state banks and like little workarounds and things, because it's still federally illegal, and so they can't bank federally. They have workarounds still for all the legal states.
What I know for sure is it's gay.
It is gay, and we don't like it.
Yeah,
just legalize
that into their clean CR. I've heard that thing called a clean CR 1,000 times. The thing about the 8 senators being able to sue the government, not even House of Rep, but like the 8 people who can now sue the government because they subpoenaed their phone records to see who called who around the January 6th traitors hit.
Oh yeah, they found way more feds involved than they thought they would.
Yeah,
the pipe bomber was apparently a fed. It was a Capitol police officer who then became a fed.
Anyway, they slipped a couple nasty things into this CR to reopen the government, and everyone felt obligated to vote for it.
And now they're Budweiser or InBev, all the alcohol companies are like pouring
They're the ones who
money
for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would guess a little bit of pharma money in there as well, because they want their proprietary pills used instead of for anti-nausea or whatever, as opposed to something a little more natural.
Yeah, I get the guess. I read the alcohol people, but that could be true.
I think they're the driving force. Yeah, because you can look at states like Missouri, like Colorado, California, Washington, Oregon, like alcohol use does significantly dip when they legalize weed. Because
it's dipping anyway. It's been on the downturn. I'll just be a Florida man. That's the move. Florida's got medical weed. So if they do make it illegal and there's no coming back, I'll probably move to Florida.
Traitor. You're going to betray the Bulldogs like that? You're going to move to enemy territory?
God, I'm getting you a jersey.
You're going to betray the Bulldogs? Look at this. Woody, number one Tim Tebow fan right here. Number one Tim Tebow fan.
That's not true. I hate Timbo.
I know exactly what I'm shipping to your house for Christmas this year.
Don't you send me a fucking Florida jersey. Don't you fucking
Why not? You're a Florida man. You love Florida.
Yeah.
You love everything about them.
Are you going to be a Seminole man? Are you going to go for state? Is that what's up?
No, I genuinely hate like all those Florida teams. Like I had a friend who was a Miami Hurricanes fan growing up, but like that was it. That was the only Florida team that we ever could root for. No, not a fan of that.
Because they were irrelevant the whole time you were growing up.
That helped too. I think they had a dynasty when his dad was like
they were good when I was young. But they were always like the gangster team. They had the most diamonds, the most like police incidents. At least that was my vibe. I was never an expert.
It could be
makes sense.
Side effect of being in Miami. You get a little crazy, I bet. Like you're in a very party environment.
But they got medical down there. And I've often considered living in Florida anyway. It's nice.
You've often considered it.
I would like to live near Orlando.
I wonder where they get their tax revenue. I mean, I've always heard the toll roads. What'd you say?
Tourism.
Like specifically, like where do they get? Is it just sales tax that Florida gets all their revenue? Because they don't have an income tax.
They get a ton of money from property tax, like all those no income tax states do. And then tourism is big. And I think they did some in recent years, relaxing Delaware style, or maybe it's Rhode Island, whichever one of those states houses like a jillion giant companies because of their Delaware. Yeah. They did some Delaware style shit to try and get people to come in.
So, Florida's largest source of general revenue, making up 80%, is sales tax. The state rate is 6%, and counties can add an additional 1.5.
Wait, is 6%?
It's lower than it's 7 here. Georgia's 7, or mine is 7, I should say.
I don't know North Carolina as well. I should know more. I just buy too much online. In New Jersey, it was 6 when I lived there, but a lot of stuff was exempt. All your groceries were exempt. All your clothes were exempt. If it's something that you need to live, as a good rule of thumb, there was no sales tax on it.
That's good.
That's good, I guess.
Yeah.
They
already do have the sin tax pretty overexerted.
I want to be sure about that. So I haven't been following politics because I've been so deep in Arc Raiders, but with this getting passed, did they get their SNAP money now? Is the SNAP money going out now?
It's about to, I think. Yeah.
Good. For the next 5 months or something.
I know there's
January, right?
With SNAP. I know there's waste with SNAP. And I know that I went to prison with a guy who was there because he had bought EBT from people. You know, for cash. Like he paid them cash at a reduced value. Give me $1,000 in food stamps, I'll give you $700. And he was doing that. And he owned the chain of grocery stores. So he was able to filter the money through that and pocket the difference, I'm sure, somehow, some way. And
that's one of the most common themes with it.
He was doing a lot of time, like 7 to 12 years, someone in there, if I remember correctly, and he was dying of cancer, so he wasn't getting out. And I was like, that doesn't seem like that bad of a crime to me. So I know shit like that goes on. But as we approach Thanksgiving and Christmas, it's a bad look to have to cut off all the assistance, because I don't care if it's 80% waste. That you're telling me that there's 20% of Americans who are just down on their luck, hardworking people, maybe working 3 jobs. One of them's for Walmart. And they need a little bit of help so they can feed their family a Thanksgiving meal. Like, turn that shit back on.